adult collectors and may not be suitable for children under 13 years of age. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Patriot Prime here once again with another episode of the SITREP. And thank you so much for spending your Friday night with us. Me and my special guest, Enewtabie, two old dudes that have nothing better to do than chat on the internet. And while we were waiting to go live, we're both sitting here yawning and oh, we're so old. Yeah. This was I could not wait for today. I was so ready for the weekend. Long day at work, and Enewtabie says he has to go to work in the morning. So it is what it is. Enewtabie, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good for somebody's got to get up in like 5 hours. So
and how many in an hour?
5.
Oh, and here I am. Hey, want to do my show at 10?
No, it's fine. I don't sleep much. I'm like 3-4 hours a night. I'm good.
All right. Hey, chat. Oh, there's Fire Talks in there. Hell yeah. Time for a Toyhax break. My eyes are bleeding. Yeah, he got a huge order in today. One of them I know was the Arc. I got the Arc a month ago, and I'm still working on it.
Now.
I am still working on that.
I ordered the Core Class Soundwave because of your video. I didn't even realize they did Soundwave. And I watched your video on Core Class. I was like, damn, that looks great. So I went ahead and ordered that.
Oh, I still got their Netflix Soundwave set to apply. I get a bunch in, and then I'll get a stockpile of Toyhax. And as soon as I start working on those, then I'll get a new figure. So then I'm reviewing a new figure. Then a new Toyhax comes up, and it's just constant coming in.
Yeah.
And I was joking with I wasn't really joking. I was talking on my first live show at the end of November how I didn't really have anything to review. It was probably going to be mostly Toyhax. And then I found this guy. Not him. That's the wrong one. That he's somewhere. I got Artfire.
Oh, okay.
Was a Cyber Monday deal at GameStop for $27. Couldn't pass that one up. I might as well show this one. Got the Transmutate to review. Then I forgot I ordered this guy.
Oh,
Dracula came in. Then I got, of course, Amazon surprised all of us with releasing these two already.
I wish I pre-ordered those.
You didn't get these?
I didn't pre-order. And I'm going to get Jackpot and then, what is it, Puffer and Road Ranger?
Puffer and Road Ranger.
Yeah, Puffer.
And then this thing. And oh my Jesus. Oh my Jesus. I love this. This thing. I mean, I'm 6'4", and this thing is just awesome.
What's crazy, it's got a almost realistic looking bipod on it.
Oh, yeah, and it locks in. You have to push little buttons on the side to get it to move in.
Yeah.
So I've treated this thing like kid gloves because I'm really afraid to break it. The plastic's not bad at all. Of course, I'll go over more of that in the review, but I know Kato had issues with his, and that's why I was so careful. It probably took me 40 minutes to transform it because I'm just being as dainty as possible. You're going to put your eye out. What's funny, Chauncey, is yesterday I almost did. Mine would not fire. Straight out of the box, I'd cock it, pull the trigger, nothing would happen. So I'm looking at it over and over again. And then day before, when watching Kato's video, I realized it wasn't the trigger that fires the projectile. When you transform it, you fold the trigger down, and then there's this bar that you push up into the trigger well. Yeah. When you pull the trigger, it pushes against the bar. And so what was going on with mine, it would push against the bar, but with not enough force to activate the catch to fire the projectile. So I found a piece of plastic, matched it up, collar matched it to the black bar, glued it on, gave it about that much more thickness, pull that trigger now, fires every time.
That's pretty cool.
A little bit of modifications, but what's cool, that little bar folds up into his back. Well, one, it folds into the gun. So where's the trigger? Here's the trigger. So the bar folds up in here where you can't see it anyway. So you can't see my glued on plastic. And that's actually the back of the robot. So the bar hides in behind these things anyway. So you're never going to see my little mod. Well, let's see. It's 5 minutes of us rambling. Let's go ahead and get to the sit rep. I know you got 5 hours of work, not going to, or 5 hours till work, so I'm not going to keep you on here too awful long. So, this is sit rep part 2. The last time I talked to Enewtabie was, I think, the very first time I ever talked to Enewtabie was in April of 2019. Looking back, I interviewed all you guys around the same time. Cato was in April, Larkin was in April, or maybe Cato was in March. Because funny enough, Larkin was April 1st of 2019, and you were April 8th.
Okay.
So that long. So we kind of I got all the Rejecticons before they were the Rejecticons.
Wow.
And I think how it worked was, as I talked to each one of you guys, you said, well, hey, after me, why don't you contact Larkin? Why don't you contact Enewtabie? He's like, all right, what the hell?
Yeah, that's the way it usually works.
So how this is kind of a follow-up to our first sit rep. I mean, like I said, it's been 20 years. Good God. 2 years since I talked to you last. And we'll kind of see where you are as a collector now, where you are as a YouTuber or an influencer, as they call us anymore. So starting off with question number 1, what was one of your collecting goals for 2021, and have you achieved it yet?
Yeah, I wanted to get Double Evil and Power Baser in this year, and I picked them up within like a week of each other.
And how do you like that Double Evil?
I got to get it out of the box. It's sitting back there.
God, never mind.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
I'm trying to redo my space. I'm going to actually all white shelves instead of black, and change the lighting. So I want to do something different where I'm just got like the masterpiece and the Japanese stuff on the shelves, and put the main line in a different area. So yeah, plus I don't have a lot of time. Like between work and family and all that stuff, it's hard enough to do a review, much less lay stuff out.
Oh, especially now during the holidays. And I want to apologize to everybody. I didn't realize I've only got 2 reviews out this month. I am so behind, but it's like every night it's something else. You're decorating the house. You got people coming over. There's Christmas parades going on. There's this party. There's that party. I'm like, ugh. I want to show off a toy. All right. Well, question number 2. Has there been any figures that weren't on your radar to pick up at all until someone else in the community reviewed them?
Man. Probably so, off the top of my head. I picked up that purple potato, which was the
Shockwave.
Yeah, its transformation's garbage, but the figure looks pretty cool. I can't remember who. I got it from Pop the Trunk, but I don't remember who.
Was it Deluxe?
Maybe it was Deluxe that had it first.
Because Deluxe gets everything.
Yeah.
He even gets stuff that hadn't been invented yet.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I got the Planet X Grimlock. I was planning on getting that, but I think Cato got it, and then some other people got it, and it's just pushed me over the edge to go ahead and get it. So
now, did you get one of those big Viking bots that Cato got from TFCon?
No, I didn't get in on the Arch Core stuff.
Arch guy. I never can remember that stuff.
It's hard enough. I'm collecting probably a little bit too much stuff anyway. I'm like G.I. Joe, and then still doing some Star Wars stuff, and then Motu, and then Transformers. It's
now, which Motu you collecting? You doing
Masterverse?
Masterverse.
Yeah.
See, I'm with the Origins line, and it's just you can't find anything anymore. And of course, with me, fortunately, I don't review those. That's just for me to collect.
Yeah.
So if I pre-order something, it's not going to be out for a couple months. Oh well, when I get it, I get it. I just open it up, throw it on shelf, and good.
Yeah, I started on Origins, and then I was like, it's going to be. I know what it's going to be. It's going to be me almost buying every single one of them, and that's not good. So I need to get out of that.
Well, there's a couple I didn't really want, but then they went on sale, and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's, with the Transformers, it's funny. You get all these extra pieces and parts. You're sitting there, you're fooling with them and adding them and changing their looks. I'll admit, with these Masters of the Universe figures, I get all those extra heads and accessories and hands. As soon as I open the package, I take all that stuff, throw it in the bag, and I just put them right up on the shelf.
I got a Tupperware container on the shelf full of like He-Man heads and swords and extra arms and all kinds of stuff.
So I got my baggie of He-Man.
Yeah.
And then my baggie of Blast Effects.
Yeah.
Got the bags, man.
See, somebody should have just sold those blast effects in like packages.
Well, remember back in the 80s, those were available. Well, I know they were available for G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe had weapon packs.
Oh, yeah. I used to buy
And
those.
I think blast effects would have sold. I can see them in a little blister package, something,
Yeah.
hanging on the shelf. But get about 5 of them for $10. People pay for that.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, moving on. Number 3, what is your favorite figure of 2021? I had so far at the end, but 2021's over. What's your favorite figure so far this year?
Oh, man. You know what?
What's your favorite figure?
God knows. I really like. I really like Scorponok. Titan class Scorponok.
That's a great one. I love that one. I think he was my tail end purchase of last year because after buying Scorponok, I hunted down an Omega Supreme, and Omega Supreme was my first Titan of 2021 because I passed up on him because I was never that big of a Mega Supreme fan. The Titans Return version was great, except for the track that was like that small.
Yeah. The only one I'm missing is Metroplex. I hope they'll re-release him or do something different, with them doing Slammer and, they did 6 Gun.
It's almost like they're hinting. Well, look at all the ones they have re-released so far, except for the ones people really want, like the Coneheads.
Yeah.
And see, right behind you, Fort Max, that's the only one I don't have. Because when he first came out, I thought he's too much like Metroplex. And when, I didn't want to pay $150 for another Metroplex at the time.
That thing has got all the upgrades, all the Toyhax set of labels, and that's 350 stickers. Took me like 2 weeks. And it's so many, like the little sticker, the silver, it's like lenticular almost for like the little engines. It's got like 12 of those, and it's got all the little windows. And I just sit there and worked on it. But it really made a dramatic difference in the way that figure looks.
Oh, I know. Let's see. Where's the windows for this bastard? My arc windows, they're in here somewhere. I mean, that's a whole decal sheet of just gazillion windows. Oh, here it is.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Now,
as you can see, I've already done the big ones.
I really like the cell shaded stuff.
I do too. There's a lot of people that don't, but I like that comic book cartoon look. And I love the window decals because I personally cannot stand the translucent windows.
Yeah.
Because every one of them, you look through the window, you see all the hinges and all the robot junk. And just not a big fan.
Yeah.
All right. Where are we at? Okay. What's the worst figure so far you've grabbed this year?
Tracks.
Yes.
Tracks. And just because when I got him out of the box, he was fine. And then I set him on the table and he about did an ab crunch where he just did this thing. And his legs are still so floppy. Like it's just not the legs where that side piece tabs in. It's the knees. Mm-hmm. It's the joint on the above the knee that rotates. All of it's super loose.
That whole leg transformation is just stupid. There's no sense in it being that complicated.
Yeah. To
fold his legs up into a car mode.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost like, give me G1. I'll just push him together.
Yeah. I think with that kind of that flip hinge where like the fender flips over, that creates a lot of that problem. I figured they could have done something different than that.
And so with Kingdom, it was one extreme or the next. You either had really, really good figures or then just garbage figures. And not maybe garbage as being a little harsh, but they just weren't what you were expecting. I mean, especially after you got Wave 1, which you had Cyclonus for one. You had Primal. I forget who else was in Wave 1, which were great figures. You get Warpath. I wasn't a big fan of Warpath. Loved the character.
Yeah.
G1 Warpath was one of my favorites, but once again, this one had such a weird-ass transformation, wonky legs.
Yeah. What's crazy is most of those figures in that line are pretty solid, right? Straight out of the box. There's no floppiness for the most part. Most of them are tight, nice, tight joints. I like a figure like that because eventually it's going to wear loose or whatever, but that Tracks, you pull it out of the box. It's almost like somebody's been playing with it for like 10 years. His legs are just like flopping around. I just didn't see that anywhere else in any of the figures in the line.
And then you get ones like Huffer, which are outstanding.
Yeah.
And you're thinking to yourself, it's Huffer. Who would have thought you'd get a great Huffer figure?
Yeah, that really Huffer's a favorite figure of mine. That's just because that was like the first mini bot I ever had as a kid. That and Brawn. So
Gears was my first mini bot, and then I think I got Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper, but I got the red Bumblebee and the yellow Cliff Jumper.
Oh, okay.
I wish I still had those.
Yeah, that's worth something right there.
I've always thought about trying to hunt those down. I'm like,
Yeah, I never had Bumblebee.
I think when I got Trypticon, when I got a G1 Trypticon, the guy bought it off of me, threw in a Bumblebee. He's like, I had this one lying around. You can have it. That's sweet. Huffer is so hard to find for me cheap. That's the big thing anymore with this Kingdom line. I know once a wave's gone, the prices just are stupid. Beast Wars Megatron Kingdom line's like $70 right now.
Really?
Well, same way with Studio Series. Bert was looking for a slag, and I think the cheapest on Amazon right now is $70. And that thing just came out like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Grimlock, you're not going to find that one.
I remember when I went to my Walmart, it's like 8 Grimlocks sitting on the shelf.
See, my Walmart doesn't carry the leaders, which is funny. It won't carry leader mainline figures, but I have the leader Beast Wars reissues. I've got Primo, I've got Megatron.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't get it. My Walmart will not carry anything other than Voyagers and Deluxes.
The one I go and get all my stuff from, they carry everything. They've even had at one point they had Titans, but they had definitely for sure like up to Commander class. And usually they have pretty good stock. It's just a certain time you need to get there, like middle of the week before lunch, and you can sometimes find stuff before it gets picked over. Because I know there's some people in the area that
blocks from Walmart, so I used to try to get to it at lunchtime just to see what they have.
Yeah,
and it was actually last Friday or Saturday. That's when I was there Friday morning. There was nothing on the shelves, at least nothing I was interested in. It's very well stocked, but I have everything.
Yeah.
Went back with the wife Saturday night and just happened to wander on over. There's Tigertron just laying right there on the shelf. I was like, wasn't even setting up. Somebody looked at him and threw him in another spot. So, yes, if you find a Tigertron, great figure. A very surprising figure.
Got him back there. I found he was hidden behind 2 or 3 Rhinoxes. So it made me think maybe Blaster was out there too.
I've heard he's packed with Blaster. I've also heard he's packed with Rhinox again. And, of course, when I saw mine or got mine, there was another Rhinox on the shelf that wasn't there earlier. So who knows? We'll get them when we get them.
Yeah.
All right. So final Transformer question. What's your most anticipated figure coming out?
Probably Legacy Drag Strip.
Yeah, I'm looking for those
Stunticons, and I'm curious to see what the whole set's going to look like with Minosaur. So
I have a feeling it's going to be just like the Magic Square one.
I do too. After reading that thing on TFW,
which is going to kind of tick me off. I spent all that money on the Magic Square one at TFCon, and if Hasbro's going to come up with one the same thing, I'm like, oh well.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
I'm curious to see. The Drag Strip's my favorite Stunticon, so at least they're starting with a good one. So
of course, they started with Drag Strip and Combiner Wars too. Remember?
Oh, okay. Try to forget.
They were awesome at the time.
Yeah,
they were awesome.
Well, they went through and did everything you could possibly do. You think about all those Unite Warrior ones they did, so they at least did all the odd stuff too. So.
Still waiting on a Monstructor. Are we ever going to get a Monstructor? Yeah, I know we got a Piranacon, but my God, I wouldn't spend that much money on that one.
Man, I still got a whole set of them back there. I've never taken out of the box.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I'd love to get them. I've looked at them. I'm like, the deluxes are 30 a pop, 40 a pop?
Yeah. I mean, on the secondary market, one time they were going for $60, $70, $80 a piece. I know people were trying to sell the whole set like $400, $500. Like, that's crazy.
See, Elites, he brings up something that I didn't notice until the other day, that the Stunticons are going the legacy route. You're going to have all the G1 Stunticons, except the breakdown is going to be animated breakdown, but still going to be able to form with Minosaur. That's what I heard.
Be curious how that looks.
Well, what we got a truck with the last one, remember?
Yeah.
What the hell was his name? Road.
I don't remember the name.
Off-road.
Yeah.
Something like that. Which he wasn't bad. I mean, yeah, it's weird. It's like, that doesn't belong with the Son of Cons. It was actually a cool little figure. And I think they remolded him 8 different times for that line.
They did that with all of them, right? Because didn't Bruticus have like a jet or something, a little jet?
Yep, he had a jet, which I always thought made sense.
Yeah.
Because even as a G1 fan, why is there a space shuttle with thematic ones?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for the Transformers questions. Let's hit you with some YouTuber questions. Since 2019, April of 2019, how has your channel grown since we last talked?
Well, I don't know what I had in 2019. Probably about 100 subscribers. Now it's sitting at like 1,200. It's done very well. The one biggest flaw I have is I still have never hit the 4,000 hours, which is the craziest thing. I don't understand with the amount of videos that I put out, and it's just it gets close to it. At one time, it was 3,998 hours. I was 2 hours away, and then next month it dropped down. And it seems like no matter what I do, I can release. For a month, I did almost a video a day, and it never went above 3,700.
Now, what's it have to be? 4,000 hours of views
just hit 4,000. I already got the subs. I'm good to go on that. But just hit 4,000 hours, and then it triggers the email or whatever to go into monetizing your channel. But I have no luck with it. And I've done longer videos. I've done, doing more content. It's just, I don't understand it. So can't hear you.
There we go. I don't know what it is with this mic. Every now and then we'll be talking. I'll get this alert pops up. Browser is no longer connected to your mic. And I don't know. I mean, it's in there good. Might have to get a new mic. I don't know. I've had this one for a while. It was a good $8 buy from Amazon.
Oh, yeah. I think I paid like $25 for this whole setup.
Well, I had a couple webcams, and I discovered using my phone with a webcam app looks better than the webcams I bought.
Yeah. I got a Logitech that does like 1080p. I forget what it's called, a 922 or whatever. I bought it a couple of years ago. It's like normally about $100 webcam, and I got it for like, I don't know, $35 on one of those Amazon cyber deal things.
Mm-hmm.
But the quality is pretty good from what I've seen. Like when I was streaming stuff, it picked up pretty good. And the focus has always been the issue with these webcams, right? So, you put it up and it blurs out. This one is actually pretty good compared to what I've seen.
Well, mine's always been the lighting. Either I look way too bright or too dark. And I remember I'd always have to rig a piece of paper or something over just to get enough shadow to where I wouldn't look like I was whited out. And this one works out perfect. I got one lamp right here that lights me up great. If I use the webcams, I got to turn that lamp on. The 2 lamps here I use on my desk, and I got a ring light over here.
I have one light, one of those nipple lamps in the ceiling. You know what I'm talking about?
A nipple lamp? No.
It's a bulb.
You better send me a picture.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture. You'll understand what I'm saying. But that's all I've got in here. It's so bright because of my monitor. Yeah, I've got one of those in the center of the ceiling. But you can look at my video now. I don't have any lights. That's just the light coming off my monitor. I got like a 35-inch monitor. And so the white background right here on this YouTube screen is giving off the light.
I think this one here, that didn't make much of a difference. I got another monitor here on the side. Did I just kill myself? Shit. I just turned the monitor off. Good Lord. Can you still hear me at least?
Yep.
Okay.
Got a blue screen.
I know. I'm working on it. Damn technical difficulties. See, I turned my monitor off that has my phone plugged into it. Like, good job, dumbass.
Oh, okay.
There I am.
Let's see if you can see this. Let's see. Oh, I don't know if it'll show it. Come on, will it do it? I can't reach it. I was going to show you. I'll send you a picture. You'll understand what I'm saying.
I'll probably know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it looks like a boob.
It's so funny. It's like every time I try to do something will pop up like, I'll fool with this monitor here, or I'm trying to do something on my phone, totally forget. Well, that's where my camera's coming from, and turn the damn monitor off, and that's where my phone's plugged into. Great stuff. Great stuff. And Chauncey agrees. That's what I like about this show, the professionalism.
Yeah.
Chauncey, you'll realize that I screw up more when I'm just with one person than if I get 8 people on here. 8 people usually goes flawless. One person, you're dropping mics, you're losing cameras. Fun stuff. Oh, and I turned off my questions. Where are those? There we are. All right. So this is going into the good old flu that's been going around. We've been hit with a lot of challenges over last year. How has the worldly flu changed up your approach, how you do your content, or has it?
Not really. Not at all, actually. I mean, it really hasn't changed for me that much. I work the whole time. My job is like kind of required almost. We had a special thing from the governor for what I do. So I work the whole time. My wife works in healthcare, so she has to work. She's right in the thick of that stuff. So no option to. So nothing really changed. You know, the craziest thing was like going different places and seeing how that affected, you know, like stores, so many people in the store at a time, that sort of thing. Or going to another state and there was like no mask. And I've been like wearing a mask the whole time. I went to South Carolina. I was like, damn, have y'all even heard of COVID? People just walk around. Like, I thought it was great though, because I wear one like 12 hours a day, all the time. So it was nice not to wear one.
Yeah, that was so weird. We went to TFCon in Baltimore, and they were just like enforcers around. And of course, the rules at TFCon was you wore a mask in the dealer area, which we did. No problem. That's the rule. Fine. We get out and want to talk to each other, and we take the masks off. Man, they were on our ass immediately. And we're like, we're outside. So, of course, Bert and I did it the best. It's like, well, they say you don't have to wear a mask if you're drinking. You always have a drink in your hand.
There you go.
Drinks and Pocky hot chips.
Got a hole in your mask.
All right, let's see. Is there anything different you plan on adding to your channel, and have you thought about branching out into other topics?
I thought about doing more comedy stuff. And I don't know what it means yet, but I'm gonna do something different.
Comedy means funny
skits or something, you know, just, I don't know. I'm not a serious person. I'll be honest with you. I like to have fun. I don't take stuff too seriously or anything like that. So I like to take it easy. I'm kind of laid back for the most part. So I feel like, you know, the videos I do, my videos are basically when I do a figure, it's how if you bought the figure, took it home, and we're doing transformation right there. I don't practice transformations. Anyone I've ever done is just me going through it right there. I don't do it multiple times. It's one transformation, read the instructions and do it. I even do third-party figures like that. You know, I go through and they might have 50 steps, but I sit there and just go through it and just edit it together so it looks like, you know, I'm doing it back to back.
It's iffy with me. There's sometimes I'll just take it right out of the box and transform it as I go, figure it out as it's going. And you can always tell when you're doing, and you flip this piece here. Wait a minute.
Yeah. I can't cut out the pauses in my videos.
He opens right out of the package, and here you go. Of course, like I said, with this big bastard right here, and the problems Cato dealt with, I wanted to get him down pat too and make sure he worked and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
But like you, man, I didn't have one day off. when the virus first hit, I think they worked this because there wasn't anybody coming into our offices, so they would let us each have one. We'd alternate like an extra day off per week.
Yeah.
That lasted like 2 weeks, and we're like, hell, just do as normal.
I worked from home for maybe a month for like 2 days a week, and the rest I would go in. But after a while, I was like, wow, it's, you're I'm sitting in we have a bar, island bar, and put my laptop on there. I'm drinking my coffee and doing work. And I was like, I'd rather be at work doing it. It's I don't know, it's too laid back for me.
Oh yeah. Too many distractions at the house.
Yeah. I'm cutting
my
the
wife
TV on. Next thing I know, I got YouTube on in the background. I'm supposed to be working. So.
I think as a one time right before I got to know you, as you were doing an interview show on somebody's channel, I was playing in the background. I was like, hell yeah, I got to get that guy on my channel. All right. Well, let's see. Question number 9. Man, we're flying through these, and you can tell we're tired. We just want to get over them. Maybe we can hop in with the audience here later on.
Yeah, I get some questions.
As a channel creator, what advice would you give to new tubers starting out?
Don't quit. Don't quit. No matter I never thought I'd get 10. Then I never thought I'd get 100. Then I never thought I'd get to 1,000. And now I never think I'd get monetized, but I will. You just have to. You get to a point where like, damn, this is just it's not worth it. It's not, maybe I shouldn't do it. But if you go into it like I'm gonna be rich, I'm gonna do all. You're doing it wrong. You should do it because you enjoy it and it's fun. It's a hobby. Any money I would ever make on this channel wouldn't be nothing but just buying more figures to throw on the channel anyway. So it's not like, I'm gonna go buy cars or anything like that. It's a hobby. It's fun. It's enjoyable. I like the editing part.
I do too. A lot of people don't like that. I think that's where you discover how good you are creative, because I can edit out all my screw ups. And
I like that more than the actual like bigger part of it, opening the boxes and all that stuff. But
it just takes a while to figure out your niche. I mean, what works for you.
Yeah.
All right. And I guess last question. Now it's time to promote yourself. Please tell our viewers about your channel. And do you have any special shout outs? And real quick, if you are not subscribed to Enewtabie, I have a link to his channel in the description of this video.
All right. So the channel is basically, I do mainline third-party Transformers. I do G.I. Joe. I do Motu. I do some Star Wars. I'm trying to sort of get out of Star Wars a little bit just because it's not fulfilling my fun need, I guess.
Kind of got woke, didn't it?
Yes. I don't know. It's just, I was in there, I was buying these figures for the Mandalorian. I was like, and I just set them on the shelf and they do nothing for me. I'm like, why am I buying these figures?
That's kind of me. I was a huge Transformer fan and collected so many figures. I mean, half of this collection used to be half and half Transformers and Star Wars, and then just Transformers are just more fun.
Yeah,
just
because you transform back and forth, and that stuff sort of holds more, I don't know, nostalgia for me, because I remember more from playing with Transformers and G.I. Joe and stuff like that. Now I did Star Wars. When I had Star Wars, I was like super young. But
yeah, were you around in '77 when it came out?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me too. That's the first movie I remember seeing in the theater.
Me too. My parents took me to that, and I went with my parents to every Star Wars movie released up until like the prequels.
I didn't see Empire in the theater when it first came around.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw Return of the Jedi. I even remember when I was a kid, the scene with the scout bikes going through the forest. I was sitting there with my dad. When they go where the tree is, I ducked. Like I was going up under the tree, and my dad looked over me like, "What?"
I remember that Rancor scared the hell out of me. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's pretty much. Well, wait. Did you give your shout outs?
Oh no, I want to give a shout out to Cato, Larkin, Sardo, the Rejecticons, Deluxe Baldwin, who is a fantastic person, human being, and just loves Transformers so much.
He is fantastic. Let's take a look at Deluxe right here. I don't know if you've seen this one or not, but here's a Merry Christmas from Deluxe.
I want a basketball and a Kobe and a train set and a race car. I love you, Tank Top.
He was shocked as shit when Bert. We were just walking by. Of course, Bert and I are like 3 margaritas in at the time. Good times, good times.
That's what it be.
That's it for my questions. We are at 35 minutes. Chat, if you got anything you want to interject with or talk to, we can do that for a little while longer. I don't want to keep Enewtabie on here long. Like you said, he's got to go to bed, go to work in the morning. So if anybody got anything we want to shout out, you want to holler at, you want to say hi.
You know the cool thing about going to work in the morning though?
Money.
I don't get paid for it. Is I can leave whenever I want to because I'm my own boss pretty much. Except I have one boss, but I can leave and I go to Walmart and I go check out the toys and I go to GameStop and go check out the toys and then I come home. So
that's what I try to do. If I can get Dylan to school in time, Walmart's on the way. And if I got at least 20 minutes after dropping him off, I'll swing by Walmart real quick to see what's going on.
Yeah, I'm looking for that blaster tomorrow. So hopefully I'll find
if you find 2.
Yeah, I've already been asked if I find some.
I'm in no rush. It's funny. I used to worry, I got to be the first one to review it. Now I'm like, they're going to watch me no matter what.
Yeah.
I've definitely learned that doing this. And another big thing I can point out for new tubers, don't buy figures just to review.
Yeah.
Spend a lot of money.
I did that.
You don't want.
I did that and I don't even like this figure. I don't even like this character. Why did I buy this toy?
Oh, Elites hit me with the first super chat for the night. 99 cents. Of course, not much I can get with 99 cents anymore. I used to be able to get at least a bag of chips.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, Elites. And we'll give you the brand new Bert that everybody just absolutely loves.
Oh, dear Jesus.
The Dear Jesus is underappreciated in that video.
Yes. I had to, that was one of those talented edits that I had to get that in.
Dear Jesus.
Dear Jesus. All right, hold on, Enewtabie. Here's one for you. If you were to design a Transformer, what alt mode, faction, and name?
Okay. Transformer alt mode, Apache A64 helicopter. Faction Decepticon, I would call it Bang Bang.
Gang Bang.
Bang Bang.
Oh.
Not gang.
No.
My favorite bird.
I was always a fan of the Hind helicopter for some reason. I always remember that was like
24 or whatever.
Quintessential 80s Russian bad guy movie. Always had the Hind helicopters.
Yeah.
Oh, Chauncey's hitting you again. Enewtabie, what's your favorite Transformer media? Comic show, movie, etc.
Out of that, which one I like the best? Probably the shows, because I still go back and watch. Like, I went back, spent a whole day just watching on the Hasbro channel, like all the G1 stuff. I just put it on video and let it play, and I forgot like a lot of that stuff. If you don't watch it often, you're like, oh, that's right. I forgot about freaking Cosmos being asked to go back out to see the asteroid in space for Prime like 4 times and complaining about it.
I always like the voices, and one of my favorite underappreciated voices in G1, Astro Trains.
Oh, yeah.
He has such a cool voice. Oh, Jason, thank you so much for the super chat. Jazz is the coolest Transformer. Let the arguments begin. Let's see. What shall we give?
He's no Mirage, but he's all right.
Hey, Holmes. Hey, man, that's so, man. I've been smoking since I was born, man. I can smoke anything, man. I think you better light it in here, man.
What?
All these gas fumes, man.
Oh, man.
God,
That'll
I've
be
watched those movies a lot.
Puffer video.
Oh,
I don't know if you've heard, but when I first made that one, I had Bert and I reversed, but you couldn't tell the difference with our faces.
those apps are kind of freaky the way
Yeah, they are.
Uh,
There's some I'm not going to show on here. They're that bad.
yeah. Oof.
I always like jazz. It was funny when in '84 I got jazz for Christmas, but he broke right out of the box. His door just snapped. And so the next day after Christmas, we went back. I was going to get another one, and they didn't have any more jazzes. So I ended up getting a Sunstreaker instead. And I never got another jazz until 2013 at Charlottecon in Charlotte.
Yeah, I never had jazz. Actually, the first jazz I ever got was the Studio Series. Well, no, I had a third-party Masterpiece version. But
I still got my Reveal the Shield jazz. I love that one. I think I still have him. He's over here somewhere. All the white Autobots blend together this far away. Oh, well, my friend, I guess that is pretty much it. This is a quick one. Wrapped it up really fast. Cookie Crisp. Oh, he's in terrible condition. I remember the Cookie Crisp jazz.
Which one is that? I've heard of it. What does it look like?
I'm trying to remember. He was a special when you got, I think you turned in points for Cookie Crisp cereal.
Oh, okay.
I think. Kind of like, uh-oh. Just heard something move. Oh, Fire Talks, mainframe, done. Love listening to a good interview. Fire Talks, thank you so much for the super chat. Let's find you a good one. Let's see. Everybody likes this one.
Ravage eject.
One of those dog,
David hates dogs. Here it is. It was a mail away, send in X number of UPCs and check for shipping. Yeah.
Okay.
Shipping.
Yeah.
I love the typos. And you always notice right after you hit enter, you're like, shit.
Yeah. I do that a lot, like a text message. I'll say, and then I have to go back and put the correct word right up under the message I just sent.
Especially if you're messaging, if your friends are like my friends, any typo, they're going to come back on you hard.
Yeah. And get a GIF, like making fun of what I just said or something like that. So
that's like Kato texted something the other day, and he said, doing his truck. I was going to say something else, but it said doing his truck. And I said, man, I know you like Transformers. That's taking a little bit too far. Oh, yeah. Kato killed Optimus Prime today. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. I like
That's what happens when you sit at home and you don't leave and go to work. You come up with that wild stuff.
Yeah. Was that a short?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay.
At least I think it was. He sent it to us as a message.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
So yeah, he's having fun with his gun.
Is that they've done another one, right? Didn't they do a
well, what's funny is there's this one. This is the green one. This is the exclusive. This is the limited edition. This is not the one I ordered. I ordered the blue because the blue was cheaper. They sent me the special edition. And I ain't even mad.
Yeah. That's nice.
And the bullets are really cool. They come with shells. You got the bullet, and then you got the casing. And you have to build the bullets yourself. And I've really noticed there's something in there weird. I've noticed with them is some bullets fire better than the others. I mean, you get blanks almost. Because I was shooting this thing last night, and I'm firing at cans, and I'm knocking cans off of a box. And then I put this other bullet in, you pull the trigger, and it just fell out. So I tried it again, just fell out. I put the other bullet I was already using, shot and took another can out. So I don't know if there was a hole in that certain one or what. But the instructions aren't really clear on how these work exactly. Like, I don't know what the hell this is. It comes in a bag of bullets.
Like a firing pin.
I don't know. I think it might. No, you're supposed to use this to push the rubber section up in through the casing. But you actually get a lot of bullets. I've got one that went into an alternate dimension. I've fired 3 bullets. I've got all of them together. One's in the chamber right now, and then another one I have no idea where it went. And it was the one that I accidentally fired when I was trying to figure out what exactly fired the locking mechanism. I hear it hit the wall, and I'll find it when I'm cleaning.
That's funny. You're talking about plastic bullets. I saw a thing the other day. They're making polymer bullets now.
Really?
Polymer casings. Yeah, for like H&K is developing a new gun that uses like a polymer casing. So plastic bullets, basically.
Yeah, check this out. When we all decided to get these sniper rifles, it all started, I think I found a video and I shared it. And then as soon as I shared that, I think that video popped up. As soon as I shared that video, then T-Formers shared it. So we all start looking. When we saw TF Source had them. We saw AliExpress had them. TF Source was a pre-order for February, and you paid whatever shipping was. And then we looked at AliExpress, and they were like $30 cheaper, but then you had the weight.
Yeah.
And we decided, well, hell, let's just go with AliExpress and see if we get them in time. So I believe it was Firetox, Cato, myself, Bert, maybe Matt, all ordered these sniper rifles at the exact same time, exact same day. Cato got his a day before me. His broke. Mine showed up, and it's the one I didn't order, but seems, other than having to fix the firing mechanism, seems to be really good.
Yeah.
Firetoxes, they just canceled. They're like, fuck that guy. And then Bert, haven't heard anything from Bert. As far as I know, he hasn't got his yet. He's been really busy lately. He's not been on the chat as much.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
So what do they do? Just cancel your order and refund your money, and they don't say why?
I don't know. This was my first AliExpress order. I was kind of freaking Chinese company. I really didn't want to order from it. But what the hell?
Right. Yeah.
I'm not doing Wish. Bert got mic'd. That's what we started calling it. If you get screwed out of your order, you got mic'd. Well, Enewtabie, this was fun catching up with you again. We're almost at an hour. We will cut this off, let you get to bed. I'm going to go down, and thanks to all my coworkers and people on Facebook, I started watching Yellowstone and finished season 1 last night, so I'm getting ready to hop on season 2. And then I've
watched some of it. It's good.
It's very good.
Yeah, it's
very good. And then hopefully I can get on some reviews tomorrow.
Yeah.
Get you people some content.
Hoping I find a blaster.
Yeah, good luck to you, brother.
I appreciate it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for hopping in, and everybody in the chat. I appreciate it. That's always a good time. We enjoy these. It's good to hang out. This is another one of those benefits that we don't really talk about that much as far as new tubers. But right here is another great benefit of doing this is the people you meet.
Oh yeah, yeah,
and that's awesome. So
I'll tell you, Larkin, Cato, Sardo, I talk to every day, every morning. We say good morning to each other at like 0500, 5:30. We're texting back and forth all through the day, and I don't really have any other friends other than them because. You get older, people go apart. Your friends that used to hang out,
especially when you collect Transformers.
Yeah.
Well, our age. I'm the same way, buddy. When I got back from TFCon, it was depressing. I got back home. My wife and my kid, and I'm just like, God, I miss those guys already.
Yeah.
It sucked. And of course, we were on chats all the time. And I told them today, I said, we got to get together again. It's been too long. But it's just amazing the friendships you make doing this.
When I went down and hung out with Cato, it was the toy hunt fun. The part was fun, but I felt like I was hanging out with somebody I would have hung out with like anyway. Take Transformers out of it,
Yeah.
So,
well, I'm hoping to meet those guys again in February. There's a Comic-Con in Roanoke that I'm taking Dylan to, and Cato said he may head up that way. So we'll see.
I might go too. Because
I'll be awesome. I'd love to meet you as well.
Yeah, Roanoke's like 2 hours and something away.
Well, shit, that's 2 hours for me too. Where I'm at.
Yeah, it's like 2 hours and 45 minutes. I looked it up.
I think it's about an hour and 50 maybe for me. So cool. That'd be awesome to meet everybody.
Yeah.
I'll be dragging Dylan along. Daddy, I thought we were here for me. Well, too bad. All right. Well, guys, once again, I appreciate each and every one of you spending your Friday night with me. Big shout out to Enewtabie for agreeing to spend the night with me on the live show. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Getting all tongue-tied. This is Patriot Prime and Enewtabie signing out. Hooah!